Alright, you lot. I'm going to do one of me little, what was I was calling them, like a myth buster thing, wasn't I? Look at that light. Bloody light, it's everywhere. I can't get it right. Anyway, you'll have to make do. One of them myth things, because I'm only prompted to do this one because I've been hearing it a lot in the last, I don't know, maybe a little while now, and it's exhaust smoke, right? Because, you know, everyone knows that diesels, you know, they generally emit black smoke. It's black because it's just unburnt diesel when it is. But you got to remember that the rule of thumb is that if it's a blue, like a light or a dark bluey colour or a purpley colour, that's usually burning oil. That's usually oil burning, that is. And you know, it can be sort of a white, but oil doesn't really burn black, right? But what you got to remember is it is, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to explain it, but it's slightly confusing. We'll try and start from the beginning. This is a diesel, remember we're talking about a diesel now, yeah? If there's black smoke that's coming out of the exhaust, whether it's a little bit or a lot, that would be unburnt diesel, right? I mean, if there's a thick black smoke, there's a lot of unburnt diesel. That means it's near enough not burnt at all. It's not really burnt, it's just compressed and it just turns into black smoke. The next step down from that would just be liquid diesel. But you got to think, if it's slightly white, because diesel is an oil. Diesel is oil, that's what diesel is, it's oil. So it will burn, diesel can burn, it can burn blue, it can burn purple, it can burn white. So if you see, let's take for example a car, yeah? If someone's driving their car and you see that it's pouring out pure black smoke, for whatever reason, we won't go into the reasons it can be because that could get confusing, there's many reasons. But if it's black smoke, that is just pure unburnt diesel. All that's happened is that diesel is, because the engine is hot, it's just gone into that combustion chamber, got compressed, it hasn't ignited really, not a lot, and it's gone straight out the exhaust. That's why it's black. And it ain't got much air with it. It's more fuel than it is air. There ain't not a lot of air there. That's why it's black. It's not really oxidized or anything. If it's like a whitey or a blue colour, it means it's burnt a bit. It's not burnt completely, but it has combusted. That's why it's whitey or bluey colour. It doesn't necessarily mean that particular engine is burning any oil if it's blue. It just means that it could be having a bit of excess diesel going in. You know, and a lot of it is determined by the smell, because you can always smell if it's excess diesel and unburnt diesel by the smell. You can always detect if it's a diesel smell, the smoke. If you sniff the smoke, you can always tell, or if it's oil, because oil and diesel, although diesel is an oil, if that engine is burning its engine oil, you can always smell by the smell. I can't describe the smell, you know, it's going to be difficult for you lot to understand, but you can. The only way to do it is to just get experience. Find an engine that burns oil, sniff that, and then sniff an engine that's just got excess diesel in it, and then you'll see what the difference is. That's the only way I can think about doing it. When it comes to petrols, a lot of people think, oh, by the way, one thing, a lot of people say this is more to machines and tractors and shit like that. Everyone, especially people at work, it really gets on my nerves really, because you know, a lot of them have been in the industry for 30-40 years and they're bloody fools. If your machine, your engine is working, yeah, it's under a heavy load and it's chucking in a lot of diesel but it's not burning it, that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing really, because it means that engine is under a heavy load and it's working hard, and you need your engine to work hard to keep it healthy. It has to work hard, and it will chuck out, you know, not so much the modern ones, although there is a few modern machines at work that do chuck out black smoke when they're under load, but that's a good thing. You know, black smoke when it's under load, as long as it's black, can be a bit bluey whitey, but as long as it's thick black, that's perfect. Yeah. But yeah, when it comes to petrols, you know, if someone sees a petrol engine and it's smoking, they go, oh, it's broken. You know, need rings, need valves, stem seals, need all this, blah blah blah. Not necessarily, right, man? Because petrol can also burn black. If there's a lot of unburnt petrol going in that combustion chamber, and not being combusted, it will be black. You know, petrol engines can also have black exhaust smoke. That's not a bad thing. All it means is that the petrol that is going in the combustion chamber isn't really getting combusted at all. There's not enough air for it to combust, probably, is more than likely the case. Not enough air for it to combust properly. So petrols can have black smoke as well. They usually won't. They usually be a whitey colour. But near enough always, when a petrol engine is emitting blue smoke or bluey whitey smoke, it will be burning some oil with the petrol, because petrol burns more cleanly than diesel. You know, and even the government now, they were going on about diesels being, oh, diesels are, you know, petrol's no good, diesels are the way forward, blah blah blah. Now they're saying that diesels they're crap, they emit too much emissions, all this rubbish, whatever, man. You know, all this particulate filter and all this crap, whatever. But yeah, to clear up, you know, a lot of you probably really don't care, but I just wanted to clear that up because it's so simple. But there is so many different things. It all does really go by smell. You can smell the difference between unburnt petrol and oil, and unburnt diesel and oil. And you can also smell the difference if it's burning a bit of oil but also running really rich. You can tell by the smell, and you can smell whether it's got a head gasket gone or it's burning a bit of coolant, because you can tell by the smell of the exhaust fumes whether it's, you know, burning a bit of coolant as well with it. You can also smell whether it's got contaminated fuel or dodgy fuel or old fuel because of the smell of the fumes. So there's so many different ways that you can tell how your engine is running just by the smell of the exhaust fumes. But you know, for all those people, and mainly people I see at work, and they're like, oh no, there's black smoke, no good, no good. It's a diesel, man, it's under load, it's going to be smoking black, that's good. That's what you want. Plenty of black smoke means your engine is healthy and it's running, it's under load, and that's what you want. You know, if smoke coming from an exhaust isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's normally, well, I think it's a good thing, because it means that you've got plenty of fuel going in, because you want more fuel. Of course, if you have too much fuel, they can cause problems. But it's no good having not enough fuel. Obviously, it's ideal to have optimum, you know, air-fuel mixture perfect, because then you're running perfectly. But, you know, so for all those people who look at, you know, say, oh, that's smoking, it's burning oil, it's black smoke, it's burning oil. It's not burning bloody oil, because oil won't burn black. But sometimes there is exceptions when it can be a different colour. The only way to do it is by smelling it or by experience. But hopefully that cleared a few things up for some of you lot. You know, bit of black smoke, it ain't a bad thing. And diesel or petrol. So I just wanted to clear that one up. You know, any comments on it, go on, do comment, because there'll always be people that want to argue, always be people that say I know nothing. And I'm not saying I know everything, but you know, I don't know everything. I'm too young. No one knows everything. But if you have any comments or anything, just let me know, man. We'll raise awareness together.